Motovlog, my current setup. Good afternoon, folks. Out here on the Gold Wing again. Out for a little ride today with a buddy of mine, Mike and Karen, or buddies of mine. I was going to talk a little bit about my motovlog setup or my camera setup or whatever you want to call it, because I not only do motovlogs, but I like to tape and do other things that might be of interest to other folks. But just bought a new camera today, and I kind of did it more or less on the spur of the moment because I wanted to try to get a couple of different angles. You can see I got a camera facing back towards me to try to get some footage, and then I also got the camera here facing forward. The camera on the front is a GoPro 5. I've had it for probably 3 or 4 years now. It's a good camera, but when I got to looking, I was looking for a used one and ran across a sale on this GoPro 7. Still kind of expensive, but all my accessories and everything else will work with what I've got. So when they went to the 8 and now the 9, all the accessories changed, the batteries changed and everything else, which is something I really didn't want to hassle with. So the spur of the moment deal was to buy one before, maybe they stopped making or discontinued the item. So all my cameras, the 4 running in the front and one up here, are taping in 1080p, 60 frames per second. And I forgot one other, the 10C Pro, which is on the side of my helmet. But what I do use that 10C Pro for is pulling the audio. Cena has probably got, I guess for this setup with GoPros, is probably the easiest and best audio that you can overlay. And just using your editing software, you just kind of pull that in. As far as editing software, I use LumaFusion, because I wanted something I could run off an iPad. So while I was on the road, I didn't want to take my MacBook Pro with me. It's just easier. And then I run a 500 gig hard drive to put all my footage, and it's a USB-C solid state drive. It's only about the size of a credit card. So far the setup that I've got is really working well for me. With the addition of this camera, we'll see how it all lays out. I'll take some pictures of the way I've got it set up on this AGV helmet. This is a modular, but one of the things that everybody struggles with is battery life. And I've got actually 2 small credit card size battery packs velcroed to the back of the helmet that weigh very little. I can't even tell they're up there. And I use those to power both the GoPro and the 10C Pro for extended periods of time. So today is actually, I got to do a disclaimer, this is the first time I've used this setup. So it'll be interesting to see how everything comes together. Also interested in the differences. I watched a few other YouTube videos and seen some of the color quality and actually audio quality that even between the 5 and the 7 have. And I've heard the 8 and the 9s are even a touch better in some formats. Right now the temperature is 70 degrees, and when I think I woke up this morning, it was probably close to 58, which I don't know where y'all are at or where you're watching from, but it has been hot here to the point it's pure miserable. This is my kind of riding weather here. This trip we're going to take all back roads. Most of what the riding is around here is just farmland, as you can see. A lot of flat roads and no curves for those that really like those. But we are going to the mountains in a couple of weeks. Going to try out that Leisure Lake camper that shot some footage of previously, and do some camping. So that'll be fun. So tell me what your setup is, or leave it in the comments. I've learned a lot from other motovloggers. This is by no means of my design. If it weren't for YouTube and watching other people and learning, I don't know what I'd do as far as this. They've taught me an extreme amount. But this is one thing that I have found a passion for, and I just wish I had time to do more of it, is shooting video, doing motovlogs, and posting YouTube videos. Still got a lot to learn, but I get better and better according to my friends. I don't know if they're lying to me or not, each video that I post. So until next time, y'all ride safe.